You're gonna say that Nazki cutting a piece of the wall matters more than Kaguri cutting a bus in half? But yeah, we're about to try to rank all sword fighters in Kagurabachi. And like by sword fight, not enchanted blade users, not proper swordsmen, but if you use a sword, like you're a used a sword. So we're gonna rank where he would be as a sword fighter. Alright, so yeah, let's get it started. Let's get it started. Number one, obviously, hate to say it, Nakamura Soga. He's definitely number one, right? Now it pains me to say that. It pains me to say that. But he's got to be number one just based off feats and whatever the hell else. Feats and showings. Or like statements, like all the statements, even the statement we got from today's chapter, the statement of being a master at 18, using the blade since he was little, being so scary that he's been hyped up the whole series. Like, he's number one. Now, number two, you know how I'm coming, Isuo Shurika. Let me explain myself. Isuo is two for the sole purpose that everybody else is beneath him. Honestly, I'm waiting on a statement just like we got for Samura, the what's these niggas' last name? The Misaka brothers and fucking where's Yoji? And Yoji. All of these niggas were half slaughtered by Isuo 4 times, 2 times, whatever the hell. I did some math. When Samura and Akamura were chosen for the enchanted blades at about 18 and 20 years old, Isuo was 60. Which probably explains why he didn't get one, or he wasn't within the realm of contending in Kunishigi's eyes. The other part of that is my goal would probably say, nah, I'm cool. I don't even want to fight no war. Them niggas shitty. Like, he probably was on some shit like that. But by the time the war came around, he was 60. If he can slaughter, the Misaka brothers came from wherever the fuck they came from. You know what I'm saying? And they were nice enough to get Kunishigi's attention and the Kamunabi's attention. These niggas ain't shitty, and Isuo half slaughtered them. So same with Samura and Yoji. So in my head, if that's how he's treating niggas, I can't put him above Akamura, but I can put Isuo at 2. How we ranking the feat from Kunishigi cutting the mat? I'm probably rank him above the storehouse or the bathhouse users, but he had great technique, he had great follow through. We'll get there. He's definitely better than Sengoku. After Isuo, we gotta go Samura, just off feats and shit like that. Like, we got to. I can't put any other EB user or swordsman above Samura because he fought Akamura, not to a standstill, but he fought Akamura all the way until his death, canceled out the Shinichi and his abilities, and got cuts on bitch. So Samura at 3. The Sengoku statement is frying me. Bro, that nigga shitty. How? Because he fought a nigga on the rise who became a threat? Because he lost. It's as simple as that. He lost to Hirohiko. Like, Hirohiko's not a bum, but you lost to a nigga who made paper airplanes and paper cranes and shit. He was a sorcery nigga. He never even used a sword. They said, who's your master? He said, nigga, why the fuck do I even have to have one? I like to just do what the hell I feel like. And then he did, and then he cut your arm off on the first exchange. You didn't touch him. Then on the second exchange, he smoked the fuck out your ass. Like, what? What are we discussing right now? And you know Sengoku's at the end. I don't even want to talk about this nigga no more till we get to the bottom of the list. After Samura, and I know niggas might look at me crazy for this, but after Samura, I'm going to put Ibuki. I'm going to put Ibuki Misaka. And the reason for Ibuki after Samura is because, one, he was handpicked by Kunishigi before Yoji to wield the blade. Him and his brother came in from another prefecture in the city because they were talented sword fighters. On top of that, they sent Hokuto to deal with him one-on-one right when they were killing Kunishigi, probably because he was the most threatening out of the sword bearers. Now, you know I don't like Yoji, but nah. I'm telling you, Ibuki and Yoji in their primes, Ibuki would probably do that to Yoji. And we don't even know nothing about Subaru or where is Shorty? The pink bear. So it's like they gotta go after Yoji just because we don't have no feats or nothing. But Ibuki was one of them, bro. Over the main prodigy of the EI White purity style. Yeah, man. Over him. Again, like, the only reason they didn't send Hokuto, mind you, when all the bears were alive, they didn't send Hokuto to fight Yoji, they send him to Misaka. And he was mad because Misaka let himself go. Prime Misaka was probably better than Yoji. He got chosen before Yoji. Like, that makes sense to me. Now, after him, I'm putting Yoji because of everything that he was able to do. Prodigy, real talented, chosen at 17 years old. One of the only two people after this nigga and this nigga to get the rank of White Purity Master. But I don't think he beat Ibuki. Only time will tell. This list could change, but nah. Like, Yoji ain't have that killer mode. I ain't saying he ain't have, I'm not, when I say Ibuki is probably better, that doesn't mean Yoji is shitty. That just means Ibuki was probably better. Based off everything that I've seen in the book so far. Chosen before Yoji was there, clearly. Because when Misaka, or when Yoji was chosen and Misaka was standing there, or Nazki was standing there mad as shit, Ibuki is the one that told him, like, yeah, bro, dog eat dog world, like, gotta be one of them niggas. You feel me? You gotta be one of them. So it's like, clearly he fucking wasn't. Or not fucking wasn't, but it's like Ibuki was better. It could have been just because he made the Cloud Gouger first, but still, man, I think Ibuki is probably just a little better than Yoji. Also, Yoji used to have mad respect for Ibuki, so he called Mr. Isuo or Mr. Shiraka, Mr. Samura, Mr. Rokuhira, Mr. Misaka. But then when he seen Natsuki, he's like, what's up, bro? You know, you only like a year older than me. You ain't shit, bitch. It was that type deal. So, yeah, older Misaka brother, Ibuki over Yoji for sure. After Yoji, we're going to go Pink Bear and then Subaru. Now, why is it in this order? Because we don't know shit. Over Hokuto? Who? The Bears? Yeah, over Hokuto. Yeah, Hokuto nice. And he's probably next. Spoiler alert. But, niggas, no. You're not going to convince me he's better than Subaru or Pink Bear. And here's why. I put Pink Bear and then Subaru just because, like, these two are honestly interchangeable at this spot. But they're Enchanted Blade wielders. And, you know, Enchanted Blade, having an Enchanted Blade doesn't mean you're a better sword fighter. But there was a reason Kunishigi picked him. I'm guessing he picked Subaru first. Subaru looks a little bit older. Probably was chosen first. Knows what the fuck he's doing. Was very talented. Was very solidified in his sword fighting ability. The fact that of all the 5 bearers, 6 when you count Akamura, that he chose a woman in the Pink Bear leads me to believe that she's a phenomenal sword fighter. You're not going to convince me that she's not. I just don't have feats for these two to put them above anybody else on the list. But yes, I think that they were better than Hokuto in their prime. Because of feats, I can put them above everybody else on the list. Just being chosen to fight in the war with swords means that you that. But I can't put them above anybody here based on feats and or showings. War funds. Your guy is next. Again, he got up with Yoji and Nazki, but getting up with Yoji, he getting up with Yoji, and he was excited to see Yoji. Yoji had just woken up from his nap and shit. He didn't even think to use sorcery. Like, when him, Nazki, Yura, and Hokuto are all fighting, Nazki was like, hey, how come I'm the only nigga using sorcery? And Yoji was like, shit, I low-key forgot about it. Now, again, that doesn't include, sorcery is not included in straight swordsmanship, but it is worth mentioning because that wasn't part of the fight. But it's like, I don't think Hokuto was really beating Yoji, especially once he, like, got locked in. Like, what? A locked in Yoji? This is a sleep Yoji who's like 33 or some shit like that. He just got up from a long-ass nap. His body not even the same as what it used to be, whatever the case may be. Prime Yoji versus Prime Hokuto. Prime Yoji is probably smacking the fuck out this nigga. Like, it wouldn't even last that long. Hokuto lost an arm the first time Yoji drew. That might have been his head if that wasn't Yoji in his prime. My opinion. After Hokuto, though, it gets a little tougher. So, it's either Nazki, Misaka, or Kaguri. It's funny how they're right next to each other. I'm not sure who. I forget the user's name, but we all saw, I want to say a couple weeks ago, a month ago, that user posted those hypothetical battles, which were excellent to follow and like give my opinion on. But this was one of the fights. They both had sorcery. Who do you think will win? And as sword fighters, I don't know. Chihiro over Kaguri, fam. Why? Because he could touch Akamura. Akamura wasn't even fucking playing for real. Like, I don't know about that. You talking about niggas. He knows white purity style. He was able to get up with him a little bit. But the other thing about Kaguri was like sword lusted. Go back to the chapter when they had that sword exchange. No, for sure. But he was sword lusted. He was battling between, I'm on a mission and I want to have a sword fight. And once he decided, all right, I want to have a sword fight, I'm gonna, like, everybody disappeared, and that's why he was screaming, oh, we were just getting started. In the midst of the fight, he was having flashbacks to fucking Hirohiko, where he was trying to explain to him how to use swordsmanship, and Yura was like, you know, like, if you don't feel like doing it, it doesn't matter, Kaguri, shut the fuck up, like, no one listens to you. So it's like, he was having more of a mental battle. That doesn't make Chihiro a better swordsman than him. Now, Chihiro's good. Kaguri straight up told him, your style sucks. But that was when, I don't want to include that, because that was when Chihiro first used the white purity style. Like, he first used it. I just reread part of this arc. When he was in the hotel, and they were the Muzak. Oh my fucking god. What's Lil Ro in them name? Lil Ro, Sumi, and Moku. Whatever the fuck they name is. They group name. When they were preparing the seal and Iori was asleep, Chihiro was practicing the white purity style with the Rokuhiro eye and all that. Later on down the arc, you know what I'm saying, he was able to get the shit down, but he's not perfect at it. He's not a master at it, and Kaguri was distracted. I think Kaguri overall, with experience, Kaguri has been practicing the sword way longer than Chihiro. Remember, he used to be a swordsmith. He's great. He's made a lot of jumps, leaps and bounds in his 3 years that he's been on this path, but I don't think that he has more straight swordsmanship prowess than Kaguri. Hell no. I love him, but no. He don't got enough feats, in my opinion, to put him up there. He did that cold shit with slicing the bus after the exchange. Chihiro definitely improved after the hotel battle and his fight with Samura. I agree, but a lot of what happened with Chihiro after he fought Samura is solely dependent on Inten and using Inten's abilities. Straight sword fighter, no. Like, he has white purity style now. That's it. Kaguri, we don't know why everybody in the Hishaku were chosen for the Hishaku. Kaguri was clearly chosen to be a combatant. The nigga stepped out of a flipping car and started a full sprint run to catch up to a motorcycle. He was able to cut a bus in half without killing any of the people in it, because the Muzami had to, I keep saying that name is fucking wrong. Lil Ro and them had to save the people in the bus and get them to safety. But he was able to cut that bus into 4 sections, without killing anybody. Just to say, excuse me, coming through. Like, he just needed to clear a path for himself. You're not going to convince me that this guy who's taking the sword this fucking seriously, probably a majority of his life, he has an enchanted blade on his back that he's trying to deepen his connection with, that he's not even contracted to. All because Sojo said so. You're not going to convince me that that nigga is worse than Chihiro. Like, no. So, Kaguri's next. Sorry. Kaguri gotta be better than Chihiro. And honestly, so does Nazki Misaka. Nazki Misaka hopped in the field against Hokuto, hopped in the field against Yura. Nazki Misaka has been training the whole time since his father, or not his father, since his brother died, and was training before that. He's been pissed since he was an 18-year-old young man that he was not chosen for an enchanted blade in the war. He was given a Kamunabi, I want to say like a general spot, like he was in charge of the Togo force or whatever the case may be. Natsuki's not no punk bitch. So Natsuki after Kaguri, in my opinion, on swordplay. Now this fight could go either way with sorcery, but I think swordplay, that's where I'm gonna leave it. These two could be interchangeable, but Kaguri first. Now after all of this, we have Chihiro, a bum, my cousin Hirohiko, why is Hashaku up here, Yura, Sojo, Iori, both the bathhouse users, Shorty who teleported, get out of here, Char. Shorty who teleported or was really fast with the little twin blades. I just threw her in here just because. And then Kunishiki, Kiri. So you think so all right, hold on, War Funds. Let me scroll back through chat a little bit. If you think Chihiro is better than Kaguri, how the hell do you think that Kiri is better than Chihiro? Now, honestly, I don't know who's better between these two, and it might be Kiri because she has her own style, big Odachi, legendary grandfather. She's not using his style, but she's trying to make a style to to take him down in the future. Probably been dealing with swords since she was a little baby. All of that leads me to believe that she's better than Chihiro at sword fighting. But how the hell are you gonna argue with me that Chihiro not better than Kaguri, but he better than Kiri though? I'm just curious. Like, you're gonna have to run me through that logic. And based on everything that I've just said, Kiri is next. I was a little fried on that take. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't trying to respect Kaguri yet. No, it'd be like that too. These three individuals, 1, 2, 3. This is gonna be a difficult spot in the ranking. Chihiro beat him, so Chihiro's better. That's how that works. I don't give a fuck about none of that other shit. But I genuinely think Hirohiko beats Kiri. The problem is that I think Kiri beats Chihiro. So is that Kaguri over Nazki? Yes, it is. I already went through that, Derry. Yes, that is Kaguri over Nazki. Kaguri is better than that nigga, in my opinion. Y'all niggas is really sleep on Kaguri. I can't wait till Kaguri can, like, actually do stuff. It's gonna be great. He good, just not above Nazki. No. So what makes Nazki better than Kaguri? Swordplay wise. No sorcery. Everybody else in amateur Kiri got the most experience. I agree. But to say, yeah, nah. Okay, so that's right. Kiri, Hirohiko then is not beating Kiri. I guess that's the case. I don't know what made me say it. I would have to go back and either look at the video I made or the tweet. But there was something going on where, I don't know. I just thought Hirohiko could win. I don't know. Nazki got war statements. Does he? What war statements? Like, I know he was in it. He participated. But what fucking statements do he got? And again, Kaguri is the same type of fast as Nazki with no sorcery. Like, he's just running like that. He doesn't have to use electricity, lightning menace, or none of that. Let's move on. Fuck it. Hirohiko's here. I'm just gonna have to live with that. He is 0-3 against niggas that matter. So next, I'm gonna have to say is either Yura or Iori as at sword fighting. Now, Yura's dumb, mega, uber, super duper athletic, but he's not a sword fighter. Iori pretty much is using white purity style with her eyes closed, but I don't know if her technique would allow her to deal with the grown man strength abnormality that Yuri is. Is Kaguri surviving that 4-way deadlock? Probably. If you take Yoji out, if you take Nazki out and replace them with Kaguri, if you take Hokuto or Yura out and replace them with Kaguri, Kaguri does fine. But Yura and Iori though, I really don't know. Yeah, I need y'all help. Tell me, is Iori's skill with her eyes closed? She has the Tobi Mune now, but that doesn't matter. This is strictly swordplay. Is Iori's skill being able to cut fingers off regular hotel schmucks that good of a feat? Being able to defeat people in her dojo when she was younger, is that good enough of a feat? No, it's not. I just told myself. So it's going to be Yura and then Iori. And the reason is because Yura was able to fend off motherfuckers up here. The Yojis and the Nazkis. If he can deal with both of these level sword fighters, Iori probably doesn't have enough to beat Yura at sword fighting. I love Iori though. I'm gonna get back to you about that Nazki and Kaguri later. Oh no, we can hop on Discord. You know I'm off all day. Now, after Iori, because I think Iori is beating Sojo in a sword fight. Reason being is because Sojo has no sword style at all. He was just using the enchanted blade as the enchanted blade. He was a thug. He was not a swordsman. You know all that shit Simon was talking rip, goddamn. But Sojo as a sword fighter with technique, he might be bigger and stronger and could deal with Iori that way. Sojo is not talented. Like, yeah, Sojo is not talented like that. Like, of course he's talented enough. He had the enchanted blade for a week and was able to fight with Chihiro, who had his for like a year, 2 years, 3 years at that point. But strictly swordplay, like, he nice, don't get me wrong. Chihiro threw his wakizashi at Sojo. Sojo blocked it. Chihiro used Nishiki to get behind him to cut him, and Sojo flipped his blade behind his back to block him. You need some technique and skill to do that. But White Purity style is so fast. And Iori, even with her eyes closed, can cut the fingers off of multiple Kyoto Bloodshed Hotel goons that happen to just reside there all at the same time with her eyes closed. I keep saying that. So it's like, yeah, I think she's better than Sojo. After Sojo is going to be Shorty. I don't know her name. I think Sojo wipes her in a sword fight. She's quick, but Sojo's a tank. So I think Sojo might tank her little speed and then like cut her fucking head off or something. He's talented with the enchanted blade, but understanding not sword play. And them boys was just niggas with blades at the time. 100%. I agree with that. After her, I've got Kunishige Rokuhira. Based off that one panel in chapter 1 where he cut the tatami. He probably can't deal with anybody else on this list, their speed, their abilities, because they are actual combatants. But he made swords. He understands swords. He knows what he's doing. He's not no sword fighter. He's a sword crafter. But he understands the blade and how to use it. The tatami cut that he did was really, really good. After Kunishige Rokuhira, I've got Tay, and I've got the other lady at either she was, hold on, is this the lady? She might be the newspaper lady, or is she the bathhouse lady? I'm assuming these are both bathhouse ladies. But they were able to hold the Cloud Gouger for a little bit. So just off that, they're underneath Kunishige. Yeah, you trolling now. No, I'm not. So dead last, the shittiest sword fighter that I've ever seen in the series of Kagurabachi is Mr. Sengoku of the One Rain Sword Style. Why does he suck and swallow, you might ask? Why do I hate him? One, he's never owned an air fryer. He's a part of the meme, but he's never owned that fucking air fryer. That's number one. Number two, he got no diff by a nigga who never practiced. Hirohiko used to play with paper cranes and paper planes. And they exchanged once. Sengoku lost an arm. They exchanged again. Sengoku lost the rest of his arms, the middle of his torso, and got his head cut off. Then Hirohiko was able to put his fucking hand in his brain to extract information from him. Took the nigga eye patch off and everything. Also, he is the only nigga in this series with an eye patch. That lets me know that he took a fucking loss in his past somewhere, losing a goddamn eye. Sengoku not shit. He might be able to fuck with Tay a little bit, but even then, I don't see it. Like, Tay, she's been running that bathhouse for so long. You know what I'm saying? And it's the only one that allows tattoos and has the sauna and shit like that. Like, that's not one of the new ones. That's why Sojo kept going there and shit. So it's like, her ability to do that versus this hotel clerk, I feel like she got it. Sengoku would be under this nigga if I knew who he was or what he did. Listen. Niggas lucky when he got his little panel when Kiri and him were introduced as Kamunabi Elites and we just saw faces. We didn't see a sword on him. If I saw a sword on him, ranking would be this. I promise. But we don't even know if he uses a sword. So I'm gonna just leave him out of it. 1, 2, 3 are all something. I feel like one of these MFs worked at the at the little stand-up kombini where they were selling newspapers and we met Hokuto and shit. Is one of these three. But fuck it. I'll put all three of them over Sengoku because fuck him. He's shitty. Put Char above Sengoku on God. Yeah, no, Char was able to recognize the Cloud Gouger. So clearly, Char is a more superior sword fighter than Sengoku. Guaranteed. Yeah, he running with a lot of headcanon and speculation for bro. Bro, y'all crazy. I thought he was the only one to see it. Y'all niggas is crazy. Oh, y'all is so sleep on Kaguri, man. Y'all about to piss me off real bad. What are y'all talking about? Y'all want to say something about what I got to say about Sengoku? That's fine. Kaguri is not a fucking bum. One bus feet. What the fuck did Nazki do that was better than that without sorcery? Without sorcery, what did Nazki do that was better than what Kaguri did with straight sword play and his physical body? Please let me know. Mind you, when Nazki was fighting Yura, Hokuto, alongside Yoji, Nazki was the only nigga to be using sorcery. The only nigga. Like, how good do y'all think this fucking guy is? Oh, boy. Nazki carried my sword. Thank you. Cracked Hokuto armor. Congrats. I could do that. He did it with Lightning Menace. You know what I'm saying? Hokuto didn't start losing body parts until Yoji, his sworn enemy, stepped in. Like, what? Don't worry. I'm going to show you when the tweet drop. I don't give a fuck. That's the, hold on, I feel like trolling just a little bit more. I gotta find somebody else who had, where's Mr. Inazuma? Mr. Inazuma had a little knife, didn't he? Mr. Inazuma is better than Sengoku just because, fuck it. I'm not putting Ro or the rest of the Mizumi in here because they're ninja, and even though they use swords, they're like ninja swords, they are classified as ninja, they work in a group as ninja, so they're not really sword fighters. They'll use whatever the fuck, shuriken, dust, niggas are spit in your eye if it'll give them an advantage. Like, ninjas canonically, even not in this series, but just like in history, fight kind of dirty. Like, they're not sword fighters, and samurai, like a lot of the people on this list are. I feel like me and Uncle are the only sane ones here. These War Funds and Derry is smoking crack cocaine this morning. They got to be. A buzz cut and able to chase a motorcycle. Yes! By himself. What did Nazki do that was that fucking great? What did Nazki do that was that fucking... Man, what chapter was Nazki in? Y'all about to blow me. Okay. So boom, a panel in the side of the building gets cut, which Hokuto is easily able to deal with. You see a gleam where Nazki says, "You're dead, I'm gonna kill you," which is redundant, by the way. Hokuto doesn't seem to give a single fuck about that. He cut that wall easy. Nigga, everybody did. Kiri cut the bottom of the wall to drop in when we first met her. The Kamunabi ain't made out of Daitenseki, nigga. What? What does that matter for? You mean it, Derry? You mean it, Terry? You're gonna say that Nazki cutting a piece of the wall matters more than Kaguri cutting a bus in half without killing anybody? Bruh, y'all gotta start making more sense to me. Y'all gotta start making more sense to me. How the fuck is you gonna tell me that this nigga cutting a piece of the wall, this shit not even that thick, is more impressive than cutting the bus, a moving bus at that? Come on, bro. That shit dead. He said they were dead and ain't kill a single person. Yeah, literally. He sliced Hokuto. He sliced Hokuto after Yoji already took his dominant hand. It's a lot easier to fuck somebody up if they're not even able to use their dominant hand. Come on now. W stream. Love y'all niggas. Appreciate y'all. Sad Onibara wasn't here, but he's in the fucking Himalayas doing whatever the hell he do. I think he on vacation or something. But always glad to see y'all, Derry. War Funds and Captain Clown. Appreciate y'all niggas, real niggas.